One woman, I think she was at like 900 or something.
And so I was wondering.
Some phrases that men hate to hear. Yours is the perfect size. The big ones hurt.
Yeah, what up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast. I am your host, Jay Brown, aka your favorite boss, aka Mr. 710. And I am so glad that you are joining me once again. Yeah. Hey, look. Hold on, let me go ahead and get this shared out real quick. Like I said, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all been so dope. What I'm not gonna keep y'all too long today, but I do got some stuff to talk about since I missed last week. I do apologize, but the good news is my wife made it through her breast cancer surgery. And I am so proud of her. She was out here toughing it out, trying to um just trying to thug it out. Like wasn't nothing going on. Like we never talked about it. We didn't really talk about it that much. We were just kind of doing the things that we needed to do in order to make sure that this went as smoothish as it could be. And hey, look, when I tell you it it worked out, and I want to give a big shout out while I'm thinking about it. I would like to give a shout out to her mom that came in early, a few days early, kind of been helping out around the house and whatnot, watching the little boy. I want to give a shout out to her sister, her cousin, and then one of her best friends that has a fake accent. Um, yeah, big shout out to Sharice, and I'm gonna give a shout out to her husband Louis for allowing her to leave with minimal supervision. Hey, hey, she know I do not let opportunity slide to roast her. All right, that's just how that goes. But I am glad that my wife has that level of support. That's dope. That is dope. For all of those people that I just shouted out. I also want to thank everybody that if you done reached out to me about this or just said some kind words because you knew that we've been going through this. Hey, I appreciate that. You know, I don't. People don't say thank you enough and mean it, but I mean it. I don't take none of that stuff for granted. And folks don't have to say anything, and the fact that they do, it means a lot. So that's dope. That is really really dope. What is not dope is, you know what? I've talked about AI on this show on multiple occasions. Before I get to that, I ain't even do the rundown. On tonight's show, we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving warnings. We're gonna talk about this new thing I saw called Run It, Gold's Gym, and a whole lot more. But back to last week. Like I said, I've talked about AI a whole lot on this show, and sometimes it's because it's doing some things that I'd had no idea that it could do, or that this is what they're talking about coming down the pike, coming, and you need to be aware of. Well, we don't have a lot of AI stuff in the home. A lot of people have smart homes so that you can control the locks, the windows, the curtains, the whole shebang bang. And I was nervous. I was nervous about having all of that. My wife was nervous about having all of that, even with like the joint that run the temperature. That would be, you don't want it to zonk out and then start making your house real hot, like hot, hot. Like damn, it smell like something in here hot. And You don't want it to be freezing in there. And so, all right, I get it. But I had, the Amazon. I'm trying not to say the name, but the Amazon AI that people have in their homes that they can ask questions and have it play music. A fan was slick ear hustling one day. And so when I tell you I'm having a conversation with my wife about the 3-year-old, and we're talking about why he keeps getting in trouble. Him being more intelligent than his therapist gives him credit for. And so like we were having a conversation about, like it's crazy that he just peeled off and counted to 39 unprompted. And it's like, dude, you can do this, but you won't even count to 10 if we ask you to. And so he's counted up to 60 with a little bit of help. I'm talking about like maybe 3 numbers to get him to the next one. And then he was able to rock and roll. And we were having this dialogue, and all of a sudden, the AI for Amazon that be playing music and answering questions, name starts with an A, ends with an A. This new one, if y'all notice, real quick, I don't know if she knew. Yeah, she is new. But what they did, if y'all ever listened recently, the new don't sound like the old. The daughter didn't check in for work. Because the old one, she didn't just haul off and start answering questions in our household. This new one, the daughter, is a little bit more proactive with when to jump in. And so the other day we were having that conversation, and the AI jumps in and says, "Wow, that's wonderful. For a 3-year-old to be able to count to 60, that's way past his level. Most 3-year-olds can only count to 10." So I am very happy to hear about that. Hey, first of all, wasn't nobody talking to you. We ain't talking to you. But I was taken aback by how aggressive she was to get into the conversation. Like, she just started talking. I'm like, whoa. Have y'all ever done that? Has yours ever done that? What up, Pops? But then here's what happened. When I get done talking to my wife, I turn around and I ask it, hey, why were you listening? And it responded, I got so excited hearing about, and it used his name. It called the 3-year-old by name. I'm so excited that he was able to count to 60 because that is way past his level. He is very, very intelligent. But I apologize. I may have, you can change your settings. You can change your settings in case to keep me from accidentally hearing what may sound like my name. Yeah, I hear you about these settings, but I didn't say your name or nothing like it. And you know what it said? You're right. I apologize. Hey, yo. Hey. 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 Hey, look. I always said I don't think I would be able to deal with a robot being in my house unless I could beat it up. If I ain't feel like I could beat it up, then I don't know about it. I don't know about it. But that right there, because it's right over there on the other side of this wall, which is why I didn't want to say its name. Hey man, hey man. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And so, you have stuff like that that goes on with something that you like when it's weird dealing with stuff you really don't know how to deal with. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like I didn't really know how to deal with that. Like I got one option. That's to unplug it and get rid of it. That's it. That's all we got. But it ain't like this thing ain't doing the same damn thing. So then we're not gonna get rid of that. So you might as well let them all listen, I suppose, because I'm not talking about doing anything I'm not supposed to be doing. So I get it. I get it. But this afternoon, I tell you, like I struggle with birds. Like it was a bird that flew in our garage and then ended up getting stuck and I didn't know what to do. I had a big like hawk holding the animal that he caught or she caught in the tree while I was cutting the grass. I had to go under this tree where the hawk was holding, it might have been a rabbit, a possum, or something. I don't know. I don't want to be looking up trying to examine it because if the hawk drops it, it lands on me, the tractor, anything around me, I'ma die. I be done fell off the tractor and died. Like it'd have been over for me. And so this afternoon, I'm bringing boxes in. We had a couple deliveries, Amazon or FedEx or whatever. As I'm bringing the box in, a lizard jumps on the box and gets in the house. Wasn't huge, but it was a lizard. What do you do with lizards, yo? How do you kill lizards? How can you? I just want to. I don't want to kill it. They didn't want to kill it, but she was not gonna sleep unless I got it out the house. She would have thrown the C word at me to get it out the house. Like me, my cancer and lizards don't get along now. It's not what it is. You got to get it out the house because it might activate. It might reactivate it. So you got to get the lizards up out of here. And I made a little wall by a shoe cabinet. A little wall. Got some bags to cover up any little openings. And I'm like, I still don't know how I'm going to get this thing. I'm not going to dive on it with my raw hands. We ain't got like shoe boxes hanging out because it'll crawl out the little hole. The little shoebox hole have it on your arm. And once again, I die. I don't know if they bite. They ain't big, but I don't know if they poisonous. I ain't got time to do research real quick while it's crawling on me. Let me look and make sure it's okay. I don't be knowing. So I told my wife to go get the wasp spray. And she got the wasp spray while I had it trapped. I had it trapped. It was under the bookcase. And, I need Soldier Boy to tell what it looked like while I was over here trying to shoot this lizard with wasp spray.
Run to the front door. I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow. This nigga on the floor. Looked at it, saw who it was. I'm like, damn. Shot his ass again. Bow. He screaming and shit. Ah, bow. I shut the door. I'm like, damn. Shot his ass. Bow. Go back in the studio, shut the door. All I hear is, Doom, 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 doom. Somebody coming up there. I open up the door again. I start shooting. Bow, bow.
That's what happened. I had that wasp spray. And it ran out. Now, I barked at a frog. That didn't work. I sprayed the shit out of that lizard with this wasp spray. That didn't work. That ain't work. I sprayed the lizard with some wasp spray. I barked at a frog. I'm out here wilding, man. I blame these kids, yo. The wasp spray didn't kill it. I'm sitting up here. I got it in a trash can. I found some. I threw a trash can on top of it, though. It got slowed down. Kaboom! Kaboom! Caught your ass. Slid some sticky vinyl up under it. Trapped it up under there. Threw it out. And like Soldier Boy said,
Run to the front door. I hop out. I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow.
Just like that. Just like that. Hey, that is wild. That is one of my favorite Soldier Boy interviews. It's one of my favorite Soldier Boy interviews. You know, one of my favorite holidays is coming up. Thanksgiving. Last year we did a Thanksgiving sides draft. I probably should have ran that back. But what I was thinking about was, you know, we talked about Thanksgiving etiquette. We was trying to put people on game as far as what it is you're supposed to do when you go to somebody else's house for some Thanksgiving. And so I didn't want to do that again. What we are going to do is things to look out for on Thanksgiving. You show up to somebody's house. And you know what? People always want to know who made the potato salad. Who made the macaroni? And see, with the potato salad, you can just ask, and you know right away if that's some potato salad that you should be eating. You could just look at it, and if it got some raisins in it, then that means no, you cannot eat at Carol's house because all of this is about to be horrible. Maybe not the little green bean casserole that they done came up with, but somebody told me that you should check the sound of the macaroni and cheese. If you stir it up before you get ready to get it out, and it didn't make the macaroni sound that they was talking about on WAP, that sound, the macaroni sound that they was talking about, macaroni in the pot for this wet. But I feel like some macaronis that I've had, they make the noise. It makes the noise. And then there's some macaronis that don't. Hey, do you question about macaroni? Does it matter if it had that baked on cheese on the top? Or would you rather it not have a baked on cheese on the top? I just thought about that. 'Cause I think my mom's, hers didn't have that baked on cheese on the top. But my grandmother's definitely had the baked on cheese on the top. Hey, you also want to look out for those people who are known for trying new recipes that they done found somewhere else. I found this new recipe on TikTok. I made a turkey and sweet potato shake. It sounds like that baby food, but they just made it into a casserole. Like I made an apricot, cucumber, zucchini casserole. I saw it on TikTok. Charmaine said, yes, it matters. Hey, which way you like it better, Charmaine? With the bake, though. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Much love to my family up in Iowa. I wish that I could make it this weekend. Uh, rest in love, cousin Larry. But yeah, man, like you also want to look out for the freeloaders. We all know who they are. Listen, freeloaders don't even hide it that much anymore. Real freeloaders will show up with aluminum foil in their purse, in their pocket. Just show up with Tupperware. Real freeloaders fix the plate they gonna take first, and then fix the plate they gonna eat. Wildin'. Hey, look, I saw the the aluminum foil thing was real. I saw that happen real time. They put out some aluminum foil at a repast. Like I'm taking some of this chicken home. At a repast, they fixed the plate that they was gonna take, put it in the aluminum foil that they took out their pockets, and then made their regular plate. You never seen nothing like that. I was like, damn, that's my family too. Like we wildin'. Like we all don't do those things. I promise we all don't do those things. I would have much rather she pulled out some Tupperware right up that thing. That would have at least been, you would have been out loud with it. You would have been real out loud with coming out here with the Tupperware. Trying to do it on the sneak tip with loud ass aluminum foil when there's no other aluminum foil in this whole building except for what's on your plate. You done wrapped 14 pieces of hot wings in your little aluminum foil and stuck it back down in your purse. Have you no shame? You just show up. I'm just showing up. I'm not bringing no dish. The real freeloaders bring napkins, and it be stuff that they had at their house already. It's open. Hey, you're another kind of trifling. You bring somebody some stuff that was already open. If you supposed to like bring the cups, and it's like a sleeve and a half when you show up. Like, what y'all been doing? What y'all been doing? You already had the easiest job just showing up with the cups. Showing up with the cups and napkins. Both of them open? Oh, yeah. It was wilding. That's another level of wilding. That's another level of freeloading. You also, hey, going to Golden Corral and putting food in a Ziploc bag is diabolical. You really gotta like Golden Corral to go there for the first one. You really gotta love Golden Corral to take some of their food home. Like that shit is crazy. Like to take some Golden Corral home, like you was like, hey, I'm not cooking this week. We gonna take some Golden Corral. We going to Golden Corral. You gonna eat twice, and then we gonna take some food home. Hey, you know what? It was one. It was one Thanksgiving. I went to Golden Corral. That was the worst. That was the worst Thanksgiving ever. I'd never make that. I'd never do that again. Never do that shit again. We was in Panama City Beach. That was the worst idea. Hey, one of my fondest memories of Golden Corral is the day that I realized Naya couldn't whisper. And look, I don't know why it's so many times I've been to Golden Corral. This is insane. But we were sitting at this table. I was facing another couple. Naya had her back to the couple. It was a dude. It was the woman and then the dude. And so the dude had a black eye. And it's one of those things where you see it, and then you tell your significant other or whoever it is that you with, hey, buddy got a black eye. And my wife was like, who got a black eye? Shit, I'm gonna have to give him another one if he get pissed off. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to give him another one. We're about to be scrapping and go to corral. We're gonna be all on world stuff. It's crazy. Only cookies to go. There we go. Yeah, open napkins. They just show up. They already used half a roll, paper towels. Ain't got time to stop. Yeah, if you wrap up some cookies, that ain't too bad. If you out here taking like slices of ham off the joint back there, like you wilding a little bit. We gotta discuss some things. Also, Thanksgiving. Cards get played. Please, 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 please. If you know a nigga, go ahead and tell them not to get on the table at all. Because you can't trust them people. You cannot trust a nigga. A nigga will do it. I told these people that we went on this last cruise with didn't want to play cards with me because I told them, if you renege once, I'm reneging 3 times on purpose. It's over with. Like, I'm going to do it intentionally. Reneging will not be tolerated. And I will show you. I just renege on GP. Hey, chicken and roll? Hey, yo, you trying to have lunch tomorrow? You wild. You trying to eat later. But all niggas, niggas ruin card games. Every time. Every single time they ruin the card game. They will allow a high level of shit talk. I watch these dudes slap cards. Wow. Calling the lady bald headed and all this other stuff. Wow. And she took that. She took it like a champ. But you know what? Let them have found out that there was some reneging going on. She's not taking that. Y'all get y'all asses up. Get up off my table. Can't have all that reneging. That reneging is crazy. Reneging is crazy. But also it's crazy. You need to be on the lookout for, because if you can't trust the niggas, you definitely can't trust when the whole cousins come over. And they come over dressed like that. Hey, and then being real friendly with all the new significant others that show up for Thanksgiving. I do got a question real quick. What's the latest date on the calendar prior to Thanksgiving that you got to meet somebody before you bring them to your Thanksgiving celebration, or you go to theirs? What's the earliest? Like, if you met somebody, probably about 4th of July. 4th of July. 4 months. Long enough to get invited to Thanksgiving? is it sooner than that? That would be interesting. I wonder. I'm trying to think. I went to Naya's and them Thanksgiving early. It wasn't super early. I said about 6 months. 6 months. Dang, that's half a year. Well, I mean, it is family. You gotta know. You can't just be bringing. Gosh, I was about to say something that was about to be real crazy because I know I know somebody that I love dearly who was getting roasted for bringing people. Oh my gosh, 2 to 3 months minimum. I got it. You know what? That's wow, 2 to 3 months and then double that for Naz. Those some interesting times, but I almost feel like it would depend on the person. Like if it's no 6 months is too short. I feel like it would depend on the person. Because if it was somebody that you really, really like, and you knew right away, this is an A+ person. This is a winner. Like I am like for a dude, I am out kicking my coverage. I don't even know why she like me, but she do. And while she does, y'all need to see it. I need all of y'all to see it. I don't care. If it was 2 weeks ago, she said she liked me 2 weeks ago. Hey, we having this function. If you want to come, you can, but it's going to be a lot of my people there. I'm not saying it's my family, but it's a lot of my people going to be there. That's how I do get. Ladies, not so much. They get hollered at so much. All the dudes that they really like turn out to be crazy later on. Not me, but other dudes that I hear about. A year. I still ain't met your husband anyway. I don't think so. I don't think I met your husband. You wild. They don't be bringing them to the reunion and nothing. Wow. You know what? So I said Charmaine was wilding because I saw something that was wilding for real. I just happened to come across the Run It Championships. And if you had to take any amount of guesses about what the Run It Championships would be, they running, but this is one of those that I don't know. I don't see myself participating in no way, shape, or form. And they'll tell us, is he crazy? No, not all the time. Probably, if I had to put a percentage on it, it's about 8% of the time. But they made me crazy. They did it. But nobody made these people do this. I let y'all see that a couple times. Just so did you hear the sound? Did you hear the sound? Oh my God. Nobody made them do that. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? That looked like it hurt so bad. Oh, that looked like it hurt so bad. Jeez. That looks so painful. They just running into each other as hard as they can. And nobody made them do it. They just chose to do it. They signed up. They was like, hey, where's the running championships? Because I want to do this. And then they went to go do it. And for what? That looked like it hurt. Ain't nobody who trying to do that? Hold on, one more time. One more time, because that's just yikes. Yikes. That is so much. That is a ton. Who would who would even do that? Who was that? Hey, you know what? I did not see not a single brother doing that. There was none of them, but he was running into each other at full speed. No helmet. Just raw head into each other. That's I don't get it. I don't get it. Folks out here wilding. Just raw head, just boom. Raw head is crazy. I shouldn't say that. That is insane. But also running into each other at full speed is 100% insane. I don't know. I don't know if that's worse than armored MMA. I don't know if that's worse than um what's the other joint? The two men, the two men fighting three women. I don't know if that's worse. What I do know is that is insane. That is some shit that I can never see myself doing. Can never see myself doing. And I shouldn't play this. I shouldn't play this, but Charmaine, I'm only gonna play this because Charmaine is here and she wanna see stuff like this because she think it's funny.
Ei, bolão!
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Hey yo, calling traveling is nasty work. Like that is crazy. Calling traveling calling traveling on the dude in the wheelchair. Yes. Is he wrong? Yes. Calling traveling on the dude in the wheelchair is wrong if he's not. Even if he's not dribbling. It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't I don't I don't care what y'all say. It's wrong. Should he is it in the rules that he dribble? He called traveling on that man. Not once, but multiple times. Hold on, let's see.
Ei, bolão!
Yeah, he absolutely called traveling on him. Oh my gosh. And even think about it. Yeah, you're a jerk for even thinking about it. Like thinking about it is crazy. That you just was like, you know what? Hell, hell no. But not out loud to the camera. He didn't want to be that guy. But he looked at the camera. Like y'all see this. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. I felt I felt like I was laughing at it. When I first saw it, I was laughing in an inappropriate way. I was laughing in a very, very inappropriate way. And I feel like even now I'm still it's so I feel like I shouldn't be laughing at it like that. And at the same time, just because she asked for it one more time.
Ei, bolão.
The fact that he called traveling, he was over it. Like he was 100% over it. Like he was hell nah. Like he made that shot. He was like, "Oh, you making shots too? Let him touch it again. Get the officials out here." That is so crazy. I would probably think it. I don't think. I don't think I would have called it, but I can't say that I wouldn't be thinking about it. 'Cause I definitely would have been thinking about it because I something wrong with me. But I know this. I wouldn't have called it though. I would have said something after we all got done playing. I definitely would have said something after the fact, like, "Cause I was traveling a little bit though." But I would have had to know him like that. I would have had to know him like that. You know what? I saw. I want to say congratulations to Outkast for making the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I never really thought about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame until Outkast made it, and I was like, "Who else in there?" Because I don't even pay no attention to it. Like it's just like, "Oh, you in? Okay, cool." There's just one more thing that somebody else say when they introduce who you are to other people, and then I got to looking at the people. Who do I know? Who do I know that was in 2025? Outkast, and it might have been some other ones. Mary J made it in 2024. Missy Elliott 2023. Eminem and Lionel Richie in 2022. Jay-Z, LL Cool J, and Tina Turner in 2021. And I got thinking like, all right, that's enough people to know. That's enough people whose music I listen to. I know it's more. But in that list, there was like 1 out of 8 or 9 people. And it was 9 of them I had no idea. I had never heard of them. I was like, you know what? I probably would learn something if I went to that Hall of Fame. But I don't know about going to, where is it at, in Cleveland? Why would you put the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland? Or and so I started looking at other Hall of Fames. I know the College Football Hall of Fame is here in Atlanta. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is in Canton, Ohio. I don't know what else is in Canton, Ohio other than that. And I love my football team. I feel like our football team has as many or more players in the Pro Football Hall of Fame than any other team. And I probably still wouldn't have a need to go unless one of these kids acted good enough to have me take a trip up there. Even in Naismith basketball, Hall of Fame is in Springfield, Massachusetts. It's a weird place. Like all of these are weird places. I did not even know that there was a National Cowgirl Museum Hall of Fame. No idea. Going to Charlotte for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Yeah, I know all of it costs. Like if it's $35, I'm out. I'm not gonna make it. The Boxing Hall of Fame, Canasta, New York. No idea. No damn idea. Don't know where it is. I love boxing. Probably wouldn't go. I'm sure them little hotels in those towns, Springfield and Canasta and Canton, they be charging their asses off right in that little area. Because they know you here for the Hall of Fame. It ain't nothing else here. You are here for the Hall of Fame. And so what we gonna do is we gonna charge you Hall of Fame prices. That part. I also saw, before I get out of here, there was a weird incident at a Gold's Gym probably about a month ago. I hope I have it. I don't even know if I have it. I thought I downloaded it. And maybe it's weird right now. Speaking of weird right now, let's look at this real quick. Look at this. This is weird. And now I'll talk about this Gold's Gym thing in a minute.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included. Book now with Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can trust. Patronational protected.
That is insane. That is insane. And insane for two reasons. One, I cannot see being either dude. All right. I cannot see being either dude. Like my wife does not want me to pick her up. She's out on that whole pickup idea. She would rather not go upstairs and have me pick her up and take her upstairs. And I can. I can definitely do that. Okay, they moved the HBCU Hall of Fame into Canton, Ohio, too. That's all right. Yeah, Charmaine, exactly. That is insane. First of all, hold on. She picked up one grown-ass man on her shoulders, squatted him up, and had another grown-ass man get on the stool, on the weight bench, and then picked him up and squatted both of them. I didn't even have to say it. This is what this look is for. Who girl, if neither one of them dudes, let me get out this situation for a second. If Naya was working out like that and she came home with that video, I would be mad as hell. Baby, what in the hell? What the hell? What is this? What made you even put one dude up there? What made you do this?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included. now with Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can trust. After national protection.
No. First of all, so as we dive deeper into this video, hey man, I'm not getting ready to be. I'm not ready to be the dude. Like, you gotta hold on to another dude while you up there. And secondly, if my wife showed me this video, I would have been like, why would you have that idea? That's a cheat. That's 2 half cheats. You put a dingling that close to your face, that's a half cheat. You got 2, that's a whole cheat. That's a whole pass. What the hell? You got 2? They little raw legs touching. Because they all on your back. You have balls on your shoulder, that's a cheat. I have seen them sexual massages. I wish the hell I would see getting rubbed down on one of them tables and whatnot. You over at his name Corey, but he go by Corey while he doing his massages and whatnot. Got his damn, he all oiled up and laying in a butt crack and whatnot. Hell no. Hell no. This sexual massage would be out of pocket. Like, hey, I mean, you done, that's a great hustle. You know, figured out a great hustle. You can just lay all up on them and do the moves to them and then send them on their way. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, it'd be so out of pocket up in there because Bam would be out here hard, massage over with. What you thought? It still worked. What we doing? Speaking of that, she got me off track a little bit. There was a lady in Gold's Gym. They got banned because she made a big fuss about a dude being in the women's locker room. A dude. Not by accident. 100% on purpose. Check it out.
Men! Grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room! I'm a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. But I'm the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room.
So you see the lady, you see the white dude, black lady gets kicked out. Now, we've seen this dude, and I almost feel like if he was in front of me, he was at the gym, and he made the right into the women's locker room, or left, whichever way we was going, I probably would have been like, hey, bro, that's the women's. Not trying to be nosy and no shit like that, but hey, bro, that's the wrong one. Now, I ain't even gotta have no lady in there. It's just on the strength of you going in the wrong one. But for her to get kicked out behind it, something wrong. Look, Gold's Gym is gonna be whatever her name is. At least that location. Cause there's no way. Yeah, I made a fuss about it, but there's no way that y'all can be cool with this dude being in the women's bathroom. Like that's so out of pocket. Now, it was real funny. Like, I know he probably looking because she did say it's men in there with big dinglings. I was like, why do you have to put that detail in there? But that's crazy.
Grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room.
I might need to put that as a clip. Put something. But she was mad as hell. And I agree, I understand it. But what I don't understand is why he's sitting there looking like he's confused. Like, why would anybody be mad about me being in the women's locker room? Let me uncrunch my eyebrows. I'm crunched up like I'm sitting up there having a conversation with it myself. Because that don't make no sense. Like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? When you just walking in there like this is where you supposed to be. Like it's one thing if it's about to be crazy. If he was like noticeably transitioning, all right. If he was out here with a wolf, if he was out there with a wolf, or he had breasts and still a dingling, then it's all right. Well, you can't ask them to produce the breast. You can't ask them to produce the wolf. But also, that lady wouldn't have had a big problem with it. But she made sure to say that it was some dinglings in that locker room. And with that being said, she ended up being the one getting kicked out. I wonder why none of them white ladies didn't say nothing. Because there was some in the background. But if Jamal walked up in that thing, Joanna man was in that thing, he'd have a problem. Like, he has a wiener. What are you doing in there? He'd be locked up, not just kicked out. That's crazy. That's real crazy. That's super crazy. I ain't never seen no stuff like that. But look, good people, I'm about to get on about this thing. I thought I wasn't going to talk to y'all the whole time, and then stuff just kept happening. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all been dope. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. You wish your loved ones. Hey, be happy they still around to have happy Thanksgiving with. Until next time. Hey, y'all saw them Bears? 8-3? 8-3. Keep finding ways to win. They make you watch the whole game. The whole game. You got to watch the whole game to know if the Bears going to win. But 8-3. Hey, man. Hey. Number one in the NFC North right now. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Good gets better. Or the better gets best. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bears. Let's go. Hold on. Here come a Dallas Cowboy comment. I ain't even seen it yet. Oh, happy Thanksgiving. There we go. Hey, until next time, good people. Y'all stay safe out of these streets. Be on the lookout for a Black Friday sale. That's great. Happy. I knew it. I knew it. See? I called it. I called it. I know it. I be knowing them. Hey, you know what? So, real quick, Charmaine, there was a Chicago-Philadelphia allegiance for a minute. Philly had to beat Detroit in order to make good on it. Now, on Thanksgiving, Dallas plays, they would play no, they don't. They play the Chiefs. All right, no allegiance. I tried. No allegiance. So it ends up, I was gonna say, I know y'all gonna be cheering for the Bears. I know that. Y'all gonna be cheering for the Bears on Black Friday. Cause we play against Philadelphia. Y'all definitely gonna be cheering for the Bears. I don't know who I'm gonna be cheering for the Packers Lions game. I want them both to lose at the same time. That shit's crazy. I want both teams to lose. I don't care if now one of them win. But one of them gotta lose, so that's what's up. I'm cool with either one of them losing. I'm cool with both of them losing. Let's go. Until next time, y'all stay safe out of these streets.